What is going on, guys? It's Archery. Welcome back to my channel. I am back. I'm sorry for not uploading. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. I get it. So this is my week 8 match in the season 2 of the MDL versus Noah. I don't know if he uploads videos, but if he does, I'll leave his link in the description below so you guys can go watch his side of the view if you guys are curious. Another thing before I get started, I actually just dropped a song with my friend Matrix. It's called Sweet Coon. If you guys are into Pokemon rap, I'll leave it in the description too. I appreciate you guys if you go look it up or go listen to it for just a second, just to give us a chance. You know what I mean? We like making music. It's kind of a hobby of ours. So yeah, I appreciate that. But anyways, guys, if you guys want to see more content from me, please like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get a gauge on how interested you guys are in seeing these videos and stuff like that. I upload these specifically for the people in my league so they can hear my thought process, because a lot of them are curious and stuff like that. But if people who actually like my videos like this kind of content, then I'll try and upload more and more. So anyways, let's just get right into game 1. So my game plan versus him, first off, I just want to say that his team is absolutely threatening. Especially versus mine. So as you can see, he actually brought Tyranitar, Zapdos, Rotom Heat, Sylveon, which is what I thought I was going to bring. And I actually game planned for the Morgrem, and I'll tell you guys here in a second. So I expected Gastrodon. I was actually like not really surprised by the Weavile, because I know a lot of people like to do the, or they used to do the Weavile Surf, and then you practice the weakness policy like right next to him. With X Pokemon, so Tyranitar is that Pokemon this time around. Unless it was like Rotom Heat or something like that, I didn't really know what to expect. I was assuming it's Tyranitar though, since that's like kind of something that he likes to do. Speaking of things he likes to do, he likes to run this Switcheroo Eject Button Morgrem set, and I noticed that. I watch film on every single player in this league as much as I can. I try and study them and try and find tendencies and try and find their weak points, which is what I try and game plan for. So speaking of game plan, I game plan for this. This is something that he really likes to do, and this is one of his tendencies. He likes to lead the Morgrem something else, but he actually doesn't. And the reason why I game plan for this Morgrem is, as you guys can see, I actually have Silvally, Dark, and Dragapult. The game plan here is to max Silvally and bring Screen's Dragapult to try and give Silvally a little bit more defense. Silvally's bulky as is, and you guys are probably wondering why Dark. He has Pokemon like Zapdos, Galarian Zapdos. He has Sylveon. He has Morgrem. He's got Pokemon that are good against you. Why would you bring it? If you guys don't know, Prankster moves aren't actually effective on Dark Pokemon. So I can't get T-Waved. I can't get Switcheroo Eject Buttoned with like, I don't know, some sort of like priority move, or like Scarf Tyranitar or some funky stuff like that. So I literally couldn't. I literally could not be, like, one of his favorite strategies is actually Void against his lead, which I thought was actually pretty strong against his team. I couldn't really see any way that he won if he tried to do that, and I actually got a KO because of it, and if I got screens up. So you see the Surf here. So one of my predictions was right, so it's actually the Tyranitar with the weakness policy, and I go for the Reflect with Dragapult because I know that he's got 2 physical attackers in front of me, so at least I can try and get through these 2. And then I have Glacier Fungus in the back, which I think can win against a lot of the Pokemon on his team. So I'm willing to give up Dragapult here for the screen and the damage onto Tyranitar with the Max Knuckle, which is actually Reversal. And if you guys didn't actually know, Reversal is a base 100 power Max Knuckle move, which is actually the strongest in the game. Funny little tech there. So I know with Dragapult being down that I can bring in Glacier and have a really, really, really good position here. Because if I Max Knuckle into Tyranitar, I'm forcing him to go for a Protect if he has it. And if he doesn't, then I get a KO onto whatever the other slot is, which I think is going to be Weavile. So I Heavy Slam into the Weavile with Glacier, and I go for the Knuckle into Tyranitar, totally expecting him to Protect, by the way. Like, I knew he had to, but I could not take the risk of him not protecting and then losing my Glacier or something like that. So he actually goes for the Max Guard and True. and I heavy slammed the Weavile, thinking I could just kill the Weavile, and he actually switches into Sylveon. That was not a read at all. I just want to preface this, that for Noah, that was not a read at all. I was literally just trying to get damage off onto the Weavile, so I just wanted to say that was not a read at all. So I actually get the KO onto Sylveon, which after that I know Tyranitar, Weavile, and I'm assuming Zapdos or Morgrem in the back. So I didn't really know what he was thinking. So he actually brings Rotom, and the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, so he's probably gonna Willow something on my team. He's probably gonna either Willow. I'm assuming he's gonna be like faster than me, so I think he's gonna like Willow the Silvally, right? Which I'm actually like kind of okay with, but at the same time it would be kind of disappointing. It would just make things harder for me to play around and stuff like that. So I go for the Knuckle and the Tyranitar, knowing that he has to go for the double. And if he gets it, then I'm in a really, really bad spot if he burns me. He actually gets it, so I am like face in hands right now as I protect with Glacier to avoid a possible overheat from the Rotom. And he nasty plots. I'm like, oh my god, dude, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to lose this game after I game planned so hard for that lead. And I played it so good up until now because of a double protect. So, and he gets the nasty plot off. So I'm officially in panic mode. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go for the kill and hoping that I outspeed with Silvally. I'm just going to go for the Icicle Crash on the road. I'm not risking the double protect. I mean, I may as well, like, what if he misses and then I actually get the Icicle Crash off? I just win the game outright right there. Or like, if he misses a Will-O-Wisp and he Rock Slides and I live because I reflect, like, you know what I mean? Like, so there's so many different possibilities. I just thought I would just go for it. I actually lost games in this league because I wasn't aggressive like this. So I figured I'd just go for it. And oh my gosh, he is slower than my Silvally. If he had Will-O-Wisp and he was faster, I probably lost that game right here. So he actually goes for the overheat and takes out Glacier, which I am completely okay with. Because I know he has a Weavile on the back, and I know I have Fungus. And I actually don't know what item this Rotom is. I actually don't know if he's Safety Goggles. I don't know if he's like Citrus or like Chardy or something like that. I don't know what item he is. And I actually don't know what item Weavile is, but I'm assuming he's Sash. So a little bit of info here. I'm just gonna go for the Rage Powder and target down the road because that's what I need to do. My boy, Some Light, Some Light. That's my boy Fungus, who's actually been super clutch for me this season. I actually EV'd it to 3-hit KO max HP Sylveon with Sludge Bomb. So if you guys are wondering, like, if Fungus is, I always run Sash on this thing for the most part, since I have Dusclops with Eviolite. So he actually taunts me here, which is actually very good information for game 2. But I'm actually EV'd to 3-hit KO Sylveon, max HP Sylveon with Sludge Bomb. It does 33 to 38%, and it's guaranteed to kill, especially after Sand. So here's the thing. He taunts me and goes for Nasty Plot on Rotom. And I'm like, oh my god. And I realize now I win the game here because he taunts me, so I'm forced to Pollen Puff into Weavile, which actually has a chance to 2-hit KO. So he triple axles my Silvally because he knows that's what he's got to do. And since my multi-attack didn't kill last turn, I know it kills this turn because of Citrus and stuff like that. So I assume they use max HP. I Pollen Puff, and I'm like, I don't know, does that kill? Does that not? Does that not? And this is where the max guard from the turn before, or not the turn before, maybe 2 turns ago, actually made a difference. Because if you think about it, I would have had Silvally Glastrier versus Rotom Weavile instead of Rotom Tyranitar, right? So I would have Iron-Headed the Weavile, and I would have, and Fungus actually missed out on the KO right there, which would have been so good to talk about that Fungus would have gotten a KO in this league. But yeah, basically the deal is it would have been Glacier, Silvally versus Weavile, Rotom, so that the end game would have actually been Rotom versus Silvally versus Fungus. So it would have been Silvally Fungus versus Rotom, which means I would have actually won 2-0 instead of 1-0. But a win is a win, so I will take it 100%. I am not complaining by any means. So game 2, I actually had another game plan. I was just going to lead Dusclops Fungus since I didn't... Okay, so the Pokemon I saw didn't have safety goggles on them. I wasn't like scared of the Sylveon because like Hyper Voice it doesn't matter about redirection with Hyper Voice and stuff like that. So I saw that Rotom was Citrus. I saw that I'm assuming that Weavile is Sash, and I know Tyranitar's weakness policy. So when I saw the Sylveon Tyranitar lead, I was like, okay, sweet. So I'm in a really good position right now. And I'm willing to give up my Fungus here for Trick Room, since I know that Glacier, like when the first strategy that I had was Glacier, Slowbro, Trick Room, because it just demolishes his team on paper. So I figured that's what I would go for. So I go for that right now, and I see this lead, and I'm like, okay, there's no way he has Taunt on weakness policy Tyranitar. So the deal is I'm Rage Powdering here. I'm expecting a Hyper Voice and then probably Max Darkness. So here's the deal. I realized that if Fungus goes down here, I have Will-O-Wisp on this Dusclops, so I can just Will-O-Wisp the Tyranitar and not have to worry about the weakness policy. Because if I get Trick Room up, then Weavile never outspeeds, so I could just KO the Weavile and not have to worry about him getting the weakness policy to a burnt Tyranitar. So that's kind of my game plan here. I'm thinking like a turn ahead. So I Rage Powder here with Fungus. I don't even have Trick Room up yet, and he Quick Attacks. And I'm like, at first I'm like, what is he doing? Like, is he throwing the game? Does he like? And I'm like, wait a minute, he's gonna Quick Attack his own Tyranitar to get the weakness policy boost. And I'm like, oh, like that's actually so smart. He actually brought 2 ways of getting the weakness policy boost. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he's ever brought the Quick Attack on Sylveon. I think that's one thing I noticed. I don't think he's ever brought the Quick Attack on Sylveon, or Sylveon in general, up until last week. So right here, I know I'm in a super good position. I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp the Tyranitar. If he protects it, I'm okay with that, because I know I kill Sylveon here with Steel Spike, and could potentially get the KO here. And like I said, if he max guards here, I'm not losing anything. He's just wasting a turn of his Dynamax, and I know I can burn him the next turn. So the game plan here is basically just target down everything that's not Tyranitar if I burn it, because that thing, without its if it's burned and he doesn't get his weakness policy boost, it's like pretty much useless, right? Especially against my team, because I am super bulky Dusclops. I am like very physically invested, and I have Slowbro with Cobra Berry in the back. So as long as I target down whatever is not Tyranitar, I win this game, which is exactly what I do. And I saw from the Frisk that he wasn't Babiri on Sylveon. I saw that he was Ayapapa. Dusclops is so good, by the way, so good. So I actually kill, and I get the defense boost and the +1 attack boost. So it's pretty sweet. So we Darknesses my Dusclops. Can you guys see how little damage that does? That is a Tyranitar, a max Darkness from a max attack Tyranitar into Dusclops, and he ate it. He ate it for lunch. He ate it for lunch. So depending on what he comes in with right now, I know I win this game. If he comes in with Zapdos, I know I could be in trouble if he's Yachi Berry, because I don't have. If he's Yachi Berry and I miss the Will-O-Wisp, then I could be in trouble if he close combats me and I actually don't kill with Icicle Crash. But he comes in with Weavile, and I'm assuming that he's just going to try and get the weakness policy boost off. So right here I actually make a little bit of a misplay, but thank God that Glacier is a beast, because if it wasn't, then I could have been in trouble here. I should have. In hindsight, so I burned the Weavile here, thinking like I'm just gonna be safe just in case he goes for like knockoff or like Night Slash or something like that into Dusclops, trying to preserve differential here. In hindsight, I definitely should have just Nightshaded, because I know that he is slower than me because of Trick Room, and I should have Nightshaded and then Steel Spiked with Glacier to give my Glacier the attack boost, which is actually fine because he dies to Sand here anyway, so I know that he's dead. But he actually goes into Lash Out, so that burn, I don't really think it matters that much. You know what? It might have after Sand. I don't know. But yeah, I think the burn there was fine, since I was just playing for differential at this point because I knew I won already. So this turn, I knew he was gonna protect Tyranitar, and these were his last 2, and I knew if I just KO the Rotom here, then I win with Slowbro in the back, 100% because I have Colbert. Sorry, I have like, I don't know, I've just been like having to clear my throat a lot. I guess my mouth's just dry. I'm sorry, guys. So I knew that if I won, or if I hit Nightshade, Hailstorm, then I won this game. So yeah, GG to Noah. This game was super hard to prepare for, and I just basically had to lean on the OP-ness of, wait, pause. Okay, there's absolutely no way I just said that. Dude, these videos I hate. Okay, if I'm being completely honest, I hate how I commentate videos sometimes, so it's kind of difficult for me to upload, but these videos are so scuffed. So I basically just go for the Nightshade, Heavy Slam into Tyranitar since it's my last turn of Trick Room, and he protects trying to stall out Trick Room, so I knew that if I just switched out Dusclops here and switched into Slowbro, then I would save differential and I would KO with Heavy Slam either this turn or the next turn if he goes for the protect again. So yeah, so he doesn't go for it and I get the Heavy Slam off, and that is game. So I actually needed this win so unbelievably bad. GG to Noah. His team, like I said before, his team was super hard to plan for. I had to look at so many different angles on a lot of leads and a lot of matchups in this game, and it was just really hard for me to prepare for this team. I had to pull the Silvally Dragapult thing basically out of my ass, like out of thin air, basically, just to try and, you know, it's just like sometimes you have to expect the worst sometimes in Draft League, and I think that's one thing that I've learned over countless seasons in Draft League in general. I'm pretty inexperienced in VGC Draft League, actually. I'm more experienced in Singles Draft League since I've run like a couple of those, and I've competed in like dozens of seasons of Singles Draft League. So I think that there's a lot of parallels between VGC and Singles Draft League when it comes to preparation and stuff like that. Even though they're completely different game styles and formats and stuff like that, and Pokemon definitely do different things in singles versus doubles. You know, it's really important to maximize your strengths and try and capitalize on your opponent's weaknesses, and I think that's one thing that I do super great. So actually, I'm going to show you guys the leaderboards after this week. Oh my gosh, this league is so stacked, guys. I think I said this in my week 3 video 5 weeks ago. So this league is so stacked. Here's the leaderboard. I'm actually 4-3 +2 differential. 4-3. I have won 4 out of 7 games, and I am in 7th place. 7th place. That's how competitive this league is. If you guys see the red division, there's 9 weeks in the season, so next week is the last week of the regular season, and then it's playoffs. We don't know who is going to be seated where, and at this point, anybody who's eligible for playoffs in the red division could literally beat anybody else in the red division. It is so insane. We've seen Tay, who is 4-3 also. We've seen Tay beat the first place player, Izzy Max. We've seen players like EM Burst, who are towards the lower of the blue division, still a really great team, beat the first place player in the blue division, Dan. Shout out to Dan, by the way. This league is just so competitive. I love every moment of it. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm gonna leave everybody's link in the description below who uploads videos. Go check out my song, Suicune featuring by my Matrix. I'll leave that in the description as well. Shout out to OVL Mafia. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. And that'll be me, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace out.